everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Today's video is me showing you how I do my everyday makeup tutorial, and I do my makeup almost every day. I just do it to have myself feel put together, and it's me time and that kind of thing. So if you're interested, just go ahead and keep watching. I'll have everything linked down below, and some other products that are for more normal to oily skin. So if you have either or of these skin tones, or skin types I should say, you'll be able to find something in this video. So let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to start with my base makeup. So for me, I have been dry lately. I'm going to start with the BECCA Backlight Priming Filter, and this is for more of dry to normal skin types. I have two other kinds that are pretty good, and they're more of a drugstore primer, but this one is very moisturizing and it has a golden flecks to it, so it makes it look makes your face look shiny. I have a mirror right next to me, so I will be looking over there occasionally. But now I have that all spread into my skin. The other two I'm going to briefly mention real quick, and everything will be linked down below whether I show it or not. This is the Baby Skin by Maybelline. Instant Pore Eraser, more for normal to oily skin. I think this would be better for you, especially if you have pores. And this is the NYX Hydra Touch. This is the drugstore version of just being a little bit more moisturizing for your skin if you are normal to dry. Next, I'm going to conceal a little bit of redness around on my face. And that is the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer in the shade 02, and this is the L'Oreal Sponge. I usually pat this out with my fingers. I just felt like using my blender today. So yeah, that covers up my redness pretty good. And now I'm going to go into my foundation, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I will use this on a daily basis. I don't have to be filming to like to wear it, so if that's what you're wondering. They say that this foundation is good for most skin types. That's why I chose this one today for you guys, and it is like $5 at the drugstore. On a day-to-day basis, I usually like just a light coverage for my foundation, just enough to even out my skin tone. If I want to, I will apply concealer next. That is a lighter shade than my foundation in my highlighted points, which is usually down the bridge of my nose, right here on my forehead, the center of my forehead. I usually put it on my eyelids. I already put some concealer on there, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then under my eyes is where I usually put quite a bit of concealer. And then under my nose, if I have any more pigment, the red pigmentation showing through, I'll put it there a little bit more, and then on my chin. But today I'm not going to, because I haven't been doing that on a daily basis because of how light my skin is right now. I just don't feel like it does anything for me. Okay, so I use the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer by Catrice, and it looks like this. And again, I will not be using that one today because I am already so pale. So I'm going to just pat out the rest of my makeup that I've already applied, and just make sure my creases aren't full of product. And then I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics by Pores Illumination Powder. It looks like this. It's one of my favorite powders, and I do think it does work well with underneath my eyes because I am very dry under there. I don't crack or anything, but I do have fine lines. And I don't put a whole lot on there at all. This brush is the e.l.f. blush brush, and I really enjoy this one for my under eyes. And it's just like tapered like that. Alright, so two powders that I use all over my face and on my eyelids are this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder, and this is the Warm Light one, or I use the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is the 120 Classic Ivory, normal to dry version. Today I'm going to just go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus because I have that foundation on today, and I'll just use a Real Techniques, I don't know what this brush is called, but it comes in a pack of brushes, and I'm just going to pat that on my eyelids. And then I get the bigger Real Techniques powder brush. It's important that you press the powder into the skin instead of rubbing, just so it doesn't move around. Now I'm going to move on to bronzer, and I have been loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm almost out of this one. I'm gonna have to get another one soon, but this is the original one. There's like 3 different shades, and I have the original one, which is like the medium shade. So as you can see, that just adds some color back into my skin, defines my cheekbones a little better, makes my forehead look a little bit smaller because it is quite big in my opinion. And if you have a shorter forehead and it's not as long as mine, I recommend not putting the bronzer up here because that just kind of makes it even look even shorter. But it's your preference, whatever you'd like. And I just put it all around my face basically, wherever I think I want to add some color. So next is blush, and today's blush that I'm going to be using is the Clinique 108 Cupid, and it looks like this. And I'm using the Wet n Wild brush. I believe this is the blush brush. I'm just going to put it on my apples of my cheeks and a little on my nose. Today I'll use my fan brush by Wet n Wild because it is a good brush. It's very soft. And I'll use it with my Essence Pure Nude highlighter with that fan brush and just put a little bit on my cheekbones. I haven't been going crazy with highlighter lately, and this is a very timid or not so blinding highlighter. And I just put it on the high points of my face. So here, eyebrows, cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and my chin a little bit. And that's about it. So now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I'm going to do them off camera because it's not that technical for me. I have pretty full brows, and the products that I use can help with those sparse areas as well and just darken them up a little bit. I'm going to show you 3 items that I use the most for my brows. This is my least used, but it's the Essence Make Me Brow, and this is the shade 01 Blondie Brows. So I'm not going to use that one today, but that one's pretty much blonde. The one I use the most is called the Brow Stylist Plumper by L'Oreal, and this is the shade Light to Medium. And I get this off of Amazon now for like $5, and I love this one a lot because it matches my reddish tint hair, and it's just perfect color for me. And the next one is the Brow Stylist Boost Inset, and this is the blonde shade, and this one does not have any reddish tint to it, so if you're looking for, so it's very true to blonde cool tone. So there they are. They're nothing fantastic. I just kind of just throw it in my brows and say that's good. My next thing is the setting spray that I've been using for a really long time now. If you've been following me, you already know. It's the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It looks like this. Let it dry a little bit. And then we're going to go into eyes, and I'm not going to do anything crazy. Some days I just do this, or like literally nothing. I'll put nothing up there and just put some mascara on. Urgent, like I don't have time to do it. My kids are crying and they need my attention. But if they don't, and they give me some time to myself, I will go into this Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette. I've talked about it recently on my channel, and it is one of my favorites. And I'll just go into this shade right here, this crease shade, and I'll just dust it in my crease with this blending brush. Okay, so this is above my crease. My crease is right here. Like as you can see, my naturally closing, or you know, when I open and close my eyes, the crease. I'd put it above it because I want it to be a little bit more open looking. I'll put a little underneath my lash line, lower lash line. And then I'll grab a flat shader brush, which looks like this, and go into the either matte shade or the shimmer shade. I'm gonna go into the matte one right now because that's what I've been doing the most recently, and just patting it on my lid. Nothing fancy, I'm telling you, like as quick as possible. I think it's fun to do your eye makeup, but for me it's a hassle. I don't like doing it unless I have time to do it. So I'm going back into that first crease shade, the only crease shade that I used, and just making it a little deeper and blending out, just making sure there's no harsh lines. So that's all I'm going to show you for eyeshadow, because literally I don't do anything else. If I do, I'll show you the color real quick and the brush. I'll go in with a brush like this. I hope you can see it okay. It's kind of blurring out on me for some reason, but yeah, it's an angled flat brush. Either this shade or this shade right here, like right on my top lash line on the outer part, but not all the way in. I just don't like that look on me. So next up is mascara, and the two that I've been using is the Benefit Roller Lash. This is a sample size, but I like this one a lot. It reminds me a lot of my favorite mascara, which is the Mad Lash by The Balm. I think The Balm, yeah. The brushes are very similar. But then I also have this Clinique High Impact Mascara, and this is just an everyday one. It doesn't really do a whole bunch for my lashes, it just adds some color to them. This is the brown shade, black brown shade 02. I use this one mostly because this is the mascara I started out using when I started having sensitivity to mascaras, like drugstore ones. I can't just wear any kind. This is a hypoallergenic, and I just bought it because I know it's tried and true and it won't bother my eyes. And for a while there I've carried it in my purse, but I just I'm never using it in my purse, so I need to get it out and just use it. And this is the one that I'm going to be using today. This is the e.l.f. Curler, and nothing special. So that's one coat. I have some cleanup that I need to do, but I'm not going to do that right now. And then I'm going to curl the other one and put that mascara on too. So here's what the mascara looks like. I need to take some of the smudging parts off, but I'm not doing that right now. And for lipstick, I use two different kinds of shades. Like, they're typically more nude on the natural side. And this is the Ultra Last Instant Color 06 by Essence. I do like this one a lot, but I just bought a new lipstick today that I know is going to become a favorite. Long Last Lipstick 03 Creamy Nude, and it's by Clinique. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the final look. If you'd like to see more of this kind of video, please let me know down in the comments, letting me know what kind, and I will be glad to look at that and respond to you and let you know if I would like to do that for you. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you learned something or took something from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.